from Las Vegas before the start of this series, and he's gone 4 for 6 in this series. Make that 5 for 7. Just serves the ball into left field.
Poked it in that hole. Phillies haven't been able to get him out.
Brings up catcher Brad Ausmus. He's hitting at .224. 2 homers. He's knocked in 5. Padres lead 1-0. Fouls it down the right field side, out of play. No balls and a strike to Brad Ausmus. Missing 1 ball and 1 strike to Brad Ausmus. Breaking ball hit on the ground to Kevin Stocker. Stocker to Duncan for 1. A high relay throw.
Threw that ball right down the tunnel.
So it'll be an error on Duncan, allowing Ausmus to get to second base. Lopez forced at second. Stocker to Duncan for out number 2, and that'll bring up Andy Benes.
That ball went in the tunnel where you go to the Padres dressing room.
Andy Benes is batting at 111. Lifetime he's a 111 hitter. Occasionally he's a big, strong young man. Occasionally he'll hit the ball out of the ballpark. He's hit 4 career home runs. 2 of them against Phillies pitching. He took Dennis Cook deep and Danny Cox deep when Cox was pitching for the Phils. His other 2 homers hit off Charlie Leibrandt and Jose Rijo. No balls and 2 strikes. Tried to bunt for a hit, and he's out on strikes. First strikeout for Schilling. For the Padres in the second, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. At the end of 2, 1-0 San Diego.
Bud Light over here, please.
You got it.
Hey, Philly, the Bud Light camera crew is all over town looking for Bud Light drinkers to star in some new TV commercials. Just look for them anywhere you pick up an ice-cold Bud Light. The spotlight's on you, Philly.
Hey, guys, it's your turn in the spotlight.
So, what's going on tonight, Harry?
Have a Bud Light. See for yourself.
The Phillies want to give a Lou a boo-boo and tell Walker to take a hike when Montreal comes to town. Monday, May 16th and Tuesday, May 17th at 7:35. And Wednesday, May 18th at 1:05 for a Fun in the Sun Business Person Special, compliments of Mellon PSFS. 3 big games against divisional rivals. Order your tickets now. Call 463-1000. That's 463-1000.
The right car should be safe and dependable. The right car should have a V6 engine, front-wheel drive, and a driver's side airbag. It should be comfortable, and it should have room for 5 adults, a theft deterrent system, and keyless entry. But most of all, the right car should be easy to get into.
Lease a Maxima GXE with no down payment and $289 a month for 36 months.
Spring has finally arrived, and here's your chance to enter and win a trip to Pittsburgh to see the Phillies battle the Pirates. To enter, send a postcard to PA Road Trip, P.O. Box 28219, Philadelphia, PA 19131. Pennsylvania, America.
Back at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego, our trivia question of the afternoon is brought to you by Dodge. Whitey, who is the best hitting pitcher in the National League last year based on 70 or more at-bats? That would eliminate our buddy Larry Anderson, who hit 1,000 last year.
70 or more at-bats. That's quite a few at-bats.
Starting pitcher. Milt Thompson leads it off. Keeps a foul out of play. Milt hitting at .361. One ball and one strike. Down and in, it's 2-1. Line drive to left field, but Plantier is there and makes the catch. Thompson retired, one down. That'll bring up Kevin Stocker. Stocker hitting at .245. Phillies are back home at Veterans Stadium Friday night. The San Francisco Giants are first in Friday at 7:35, Saturday at 7:05. A week from today, Sunday, May 1st, Fanatics' birthday. Free caps for all youngsters 14 and under. And then the Padres will be in for a 3-game series Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all of them at 7:35. For tickets, call 463-1000. One strike to Kevin Stocker. Bouncing foul. A lot of rumors this winter and this spring about Andy Bennis being moved from the San Diego ball club for young prospects, but 26-year-old still here. He committed, according to third base umpire Jim Quick, and that's the 3rd strikeout for Bennis.
There's some scouts out here looking at Bennis and other pitchers. A lot of clubs are looking for a pitcher.
Randy Smith, general manager of the Padres. One ball and no strikes. Schilling is 3 for 11 this year. 1 of 1 to him. Lifetime, he's a 163 hitter. Two balls and one strike. Pops a foul out of play. 2-2 to Curt Schilling. Play, still 2-2. Pretty well hit in the gap to right center, but Tony Gwynn lopes after it and makes the grab, and that'll retire the Phils. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 San Diego.
Welcome to the Mazda Exceptional Sales Event.
Get great deals on the Mazda Miata.
Lease one for just $199 a month, $1,000 down. Miata is just part of Mazda's affordable sporting lineup, including RX-7, MX-3, and MX-6. But hurry, leases like this on the #1 selling sports car won't last long.
See your Mazda dealer today.
Mazda, it just feels right.
I can't believe there's so much to do. I can't believe the fun goes on the whole year through. The time of your life is just a phone call away. 1-800-VISIT-PA. America. America starts here in Pennsylvania. Good times any time of year. America. America starts here.
I wonder what the warranty covers. How does Prism's 24-hour roadside assistance work anyway? Can I get anti-lock brakes? Are the dual airbags really standard?
Before you buy a new car, you have a lot of questions. Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know all the answers about the Geo Prism.
How about if I just take this one?
Today's game is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for a crisp, clean, classic taste. By Pico Energy. There's a new kind of energy around here, Pico Energy. And by Nationwide Insurance Enterprise. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent and Ambler is Frank Catanzaro. Our trivia question of the afternoon is brought to you by Dodge. Who was the best hitting pitcher in the National League last year? Minimum 70 at-bats.
How about that Oral Hershiser?
Wow. That's exactly right.
Oh, he was a good hitting pitcher, having a tremendous hitting year last year.
He hit .356. Did Hershiser, whom the Phillies will see on Wednesday night at Dodger Stadium against Danny Jackson. Craig Shipley leads it off. Ground ball to third base. Dave Hollins has it. Rifles across in time to get Shipley. That'll bring up Tony Gwynn. He was hit by a pitch ball and scored the Padres run his first time up.
Here's the ball that hit him. He had no chance of getting out of the way of that. Hit him right there in the right hip almost. There's the warning by Bob Davidson.
Outside to him, 1 ball and no strikes to Tony Gwynn, batting at .426. Would be good enough to lead the league, but he hasn't had enough plate appearances to be listed in the top 10.
I heard you ask him before the game about how Schilling was going to pitch him. I didn't hear him mention anything about getting hit.
No. 2 balls and a strike. Fouls it out of play. 2-2 to Tony Gwynn.
You saw Gwynn do something there that he doesn't try to do ordinarily, is pull the ball. He tried to pull that slider out away. He's mad though, and he wants to hurt Schilling.
Ground ball back through the middle, base hit center field.
It's amazing. I'll tell you, he puts the bat on the ball and seems to know just exactly how pitchers. He just poked that ball through the middle.
He always seems to hit him where you ain't. Play him up the middle, and then he'll hit it in the hole where the shortstop normally would be.
Has the best idea of what pitchers are trying to do to him. 7 hits in a row for him. That's right. He had one his last time up in the first game of this series, and 5 in a row yesterday.
Into shallow right. Mariano Duncan drifts out to make the grab. That's out number 2.
Schilling has really jammed Bean twice.
Bill Plantier hit a high fly ball that dropped between Milt Thompson and Kevin Stocker for a double. That's the record for most consecutive hits, Whitey.
The major league record, I think, is 12.
12 would be correct.
The National League record was
10.
10.
Last one to do it's in the Padre dugout. That Leon Pip Roberts did it for Cincinnati in '92. He had 10 consecutive hits to tie the National League mark.
Had some of those hits against the Phillies, I recall.
The all-time record is 12. Pinky Higgins and Walt Gropo. Dave Winfield holds San Diego's record for consecutive hits, 8. Well, he's one away from tying that mark. 3 balls and 1 strike to Plantier. Plantier tires the waiting and steps out. When at first, 2 outs. We're in the 3rd. Padres lead 1-0. Hit to deep right field. This baby's well out of here. Home run. Phil Plantier, and the Padres now lead it 3-0. Plantier's knocked in all 3 runs. Now Schilling got behind him, threw him a fastball, and Plantier can hit the fastball, especially the low one.
Looks like it was up a little bit. Out over the plate, about waist high.
Brings up Phil Clark. He flied to center his first time up, and he pops a foul out of play. No balls and a strike to Phil Clark. Bouncing up there, it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Well socked to right field. Eisenreich right in front of the fence makes the grab, and that will retire the side. 2 runs in the inning, 2 hits, no errors, none left. Andy Musser and Chris Wheeler come your way in the 4th. At the end of 3, it's 3-0 San Diego.
Bud Light over here, please.
You got it.
Hey, Philly, the Bud Light camera crew is all over town looking for Bud Light drinkers to star in some new TV commercials. Just look for them anywhere you pick up an ice-cold Bud Light. The spotlight's on you, Philly.
Hey, guys, it's your turn in the spotlight.
So, what's going on tonight, Harry?
Have a Bud Light. See for yourself.
Retirement? I'm too young to be worried about retiring.
I'm set. I've been socking away a little of my paycheck every month.
The same company for almost 20 years. They'll take care of me.
You bet I got my nest egg covered.
In these uncertain financial times, turn to Nationwide Financial Services for a wide range of investment alternatives, most of which are tax advantaged. Because someday soon, the quality of your life may depend on the quality of your investments.
We check the brakes, inspect the interior, detail the exterior, refill the fluids.
We may replace the hoses, maybe change the tires.
Condition the leather. In fact, after every certified pre-owned Lexus ES endures over 100 quality and maintenance checks and is backed by a special limited warranty, there is only one test left to perform. Lexus certified pre-owned cars only to participating New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
The easiest, most hassle-free, fun way to see the Phillies in '94 is with Phillies season tickets. Don't miss the boat this year. Get on board now. Many different types of plans to choose from, including the very popular 16-game plan for $192. Here's the number to call, 463-5000. Lenny Dykstra leads off the Phillies' fourth inning. Bennis has worked his way through the lineup one time around perfectly. Lenny flied out to center field in his first at-bat. Lenny hits it hard. It's a base hit in front of Gwynn. The Phillies have their first hit of the ball game. Single by Dykstra starts the fourth.
Phillies have been behind almost this whole series, and they're behind again today. Fastball by Andy Bennis, and Lenny Dykstra just hits it hard into right field for a base hit. One of the things that they've been trying to do when they get behind is try and do it all at once, and they need to pack away a little bit here.
You know, from the Padre point of view, Wheels, it was working out just the opposite for San Diego. In all their home games, the opponents were scoring first, which the Phillies did Friday night, and the Padres came back to win that one anyway.
Well, unfortunately, they were a dangerous team to play this weekend because they'd only won 3 out of their first 17, and they're going to win some games.
Duncan hits it hard, but foul down the right side. No balls and 2 strikes on Duncan. He flied to the warning track in right field his first time up. Andy Bennis has pitched well enough to win some ball games, but he is the league's top loser right now, 0-4. Little chin music. Bennis has to be careful, though, because if he hits somebody, he's gone.
0-2 like that, though, they'll give him benefit of the doubt there. He's just trying to push Duncan away, and he's aware of the fact that those warnings were issued. And he has a 3-run lead. He's winless. He's not dumb enough to go hit somebody on purpose now and get thrown out. He might wait to the 6th inning.
Breaking ball, foul back by Duncan. Bennis got his first major league win against the Phillies, and then later on got his first major league complete game against the Phillies. Inside again, it's 2-2 on Duncan. Dykstra dives back even before the throw comes over. Lenny has 4 stolen bases, has not been caught. Got to remember now, this is the first time that Bennis has worked from the stretch today, so that might be a little unusual for him. Breaking ball fools Duncan, and the league leader picks up strikeout number 4.
Andy Bennis is going to get his strikeouts. Came in tied with Smoltz for the league lead, as Andy said. Now the league leader, as he throws a hard slider there to Duncan. That's his 4th of the game, so he's broken that tie and is busting ahead of John Smoltz.
And here is Jordan. He struck him out first time around. There goes Dykstra. Pitches swung on and missed. Ausmus's throw. Lenny is out for the first time this year.
Well, he's trying to make something happen here, and down by 3 runs, you really have to make it. And he doesn't, as Ausmus makes a strong throw and the tag on him and just got him out at second.
Bases are empty, 2 away, and a 1-strike count on Jordan. Strike 2 called. Jordan has 4 lifetime home runs off Bennis. I'm sure that's one of the reasons he's in there today. And of course, the Phillies want to give John Kruk a little rest when they have the opportunity, and the Phils will be off tomorrow, so that'll give John 2 full days to rest up. There's the Krucker. Been very popular in this series here in San Diego. Gets good hands from the crowd every time up. Ground ball hit to Lopez. He makes the play, and Bennis continues to efface the minimum number of batters. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Padres lead 1-0.
They're back.
Finest recruits ever to graduate the police academy.
And they're ready to protect.
Drop the gun, punk.
And to serve.
Don't move! They're back!
But this time, it's war.
I'll go when I'm ready.
You're ready now, mister.
Steve Gutenberg, Howard Hessman, Bubba Smith, the sound effect guy, and Bobcat Goldthwait. Police Academy 2, their first assignment. Thursday at 8 on PHL 17.
Over the years, the resale value of the Lexus LS has been extraordinarily high, which is one reason why its lease payments are noticeably low. In fact, now you can lease a Lexus LS for less than you could in 1989. Go figure. The Lexus LS. It's a historic value at your New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
It's pretty safe to say that nobody's going to award us the Nobel Prize for designing a filtering system for Sunoco gasoline. But what this filter does is keep the tiny particles that can find their way into gasoline from finding their way into your engine. We've been told we're a tad on the obsessive side. Tell that to the guy on the side of the road with a clogged fuel line.
Phillies fans, there's a great way to enjoy Phillies baseball. You can join the Junior Phillies Club for just $5. Each member can receive Phillies tickets, Phillies player photos, and a membership card. If you're 14 or younger, you can register by mail or at a Junior Phillies stand inside Veterans Stadium during a Phillies game. For more information, call the Phillies at 463-1000. Go to the bottom of the 4th, still 1-0, or still 3-0 San Diego, I should say. And Keith Lockhart leads it off. He is grounded out to second base in his only at bat. It goes off the glove of Jordan out into the outfield, off the wrist really, and I'm sure that hurt Ricky a little bit. Lockhart is aboard.
Jordan probably should have made that play, but it'll probably be scored a base hit anyway. He looked like he had gotten to it. I don't think it took a bad hop. And it did, as Andy said, appear to catch him on the wrist a little bit.
Now the batter is Lopez. They haven't scored it yet. We'll let you know when they do. Lopez got a single his first time up. Here's a looper, and that's in for a base hit. Lockhart pulls up at second, and the first 2 Padres have reached, and Lopez is something. In this series, he is 6 for 8.
After hitting 204 at AAA, you figure it. They have not been able to get him out this weekend.
Brad Ausmus is going to be the batter now. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. They haven't scored that play yet.
Nope. There's a lot of conversation going on about it, I guess. I think it has to be a hit.
Padre catcher hit a home run here on Friday night. Now it's scored as a hit. You're right. Osmus was the regular catcher for the Padres from the midpoint of last season on, after they got him in a trade from Colorado. And right now he's the only legitimate full-time catcher on their roster. Phil Clark would be the backup. 2 balls and no strikes on Osmus.
Wonder how Schilling's holding up out there. He really does have a bad foot, and they needed him badly. That's Juden, who is going to be his backup today.
You got to keep in mind too that Juden is working on just 3 days rest.
Right. They really needed Schilling to go out there if he could. It looked like Schilling tried to wake everybody up by nailing Gwynn in the first inning, but that hasn't happened so far. The Phillies are trailing again.
3-0 Padres. We are in the 4th. Padres completing a homestand today. This is the swing game for them. They've won 3 and lost 3. Strike.
Happy birthday number 71 to George Lithicum of Broomall and to Michelle Gormley of Ardmore.
2-2 on Osmus. The pitcher Andy Benes will bat next. Padres ahead 3-0 and threatening again. Good stop by Dalton. He saved advance by the 2 runners with that stop.
Schilling's really getting into hot water now, though. At the bottom of the lineup, this is where you don't want to get hurt, especially. And he's 1 pitch from loading with nobody out.
And the top of the lineup has been killing the Phillies. Coming into the ball game today, the top of the lineup in the series had batted .438. We're talking about the top 4 hitters. They're running. 3-2 pitch hit into the air to right field. Eisenreich on the track by the time he gets it. By running, the Padre runners are not able to advance. Lockhart, had he stayed on second, would have been able to move, but now he can't.
That's why sometimes they don't run. A lot of managers don't like to run with nobody out, and you just saw one of the reasons. The other reasons being a line drive double play or triple play. Now, of course, you do have the pitcher coming on. It makes it a little bit different, but it did hurt their chances there of advancing a runner to third.
This pitcher, Andy Benes, has a funny record. He's 0 for 1 today, a strikeout. He bunted foul with 2 strikes on him. Talk about funny record. He's up to bunt here. When he first came to the big leagues, he went 0 for his first 54. How about that for a streak? But in the meantime, he's come along with 4 major league home runs, and the Phillies have yielded 2 of them. He hit one off Dennis Cook, and he hit the other off Danny Cox. Gets the bunt down, foul ball. 0-2 now on Benes.
He bunted his last time up there with a runner at second base at the time, and he had 2 strikes on him, and he tried to bunt his way on. There's no reason to think he won't keep trying to bunt here.
Got to look at Bochy, third base coach. Benes has not successfully sacrificed this year. Philly's still looking for it. There it is, and he gets it down. Schilling grabs that ball right on the heel of his glove, throws over to Duncan covering, and Benes moves the runners along.
It's only the 4th inning. This is really a big spot in this game for the Phillies. You know, you get down 5-0 the way things have been going this weekend, all of a sudden the heads could go down again. But he needs a pitch out of this.
Well, he's had success with Shipley today. Got him the line to right and ground to third. We'll see how he makes out here. Shipley has had hits in each previous game of the series. Schilling gets a chance to work from the windup here. Foul ball right field side. Shipley at one time was a switch hitter, but has gone strictly right-handed the last couple of years. Shipley, an Australian, came to the United States at the age of 19. Gets jammed again and fouls off another one. He went to the University of Alabama. One of his teammates there was current big leaguer Dave Magadan. Schilling doing what you want your ace to do. Go out and take the ball if you can. Pop foul, back out of play. Still 0-2 on Shipley. Base hit to right. Lockhart scores. Here comes Lopez. He scores. 5-0 San Diego.
Shipley kept hitting the ball the other way. It looked like he threw him a breaking ball. Pretty good pitch. And he just hit it the right field for a base hit. Phillies can't do anything right this weekend, and the Padres can't do anything wrong. Look how everything flew out of there then. A good slider away, and he just hit it right on the end of the bat for a 2-run single.
Jeff Juden in the bullpen. Here's Tony Gwynn. He has come up now with 7 straight hits. The club record is 8, so this is a big at bat for him right here. Today he's been hit by a pitch and singled, scoring twice. Padre team record for consecutive hits was set by Dave Winfield back in 1989. Out of play down the left side. He truly does use the whole field, doesn't he, Will?
Absolutely. You know, last time he hit that little hippity hop up the single, but then up the middle. A lot of times he'll hit really hard ground balls at the third baseman or shortstop. He has had the ability throughout his career to hit the ball all over the place.
Runner goes. There's a base hit for him, tying the club record. Shipley turns and gets to third base on Tony Gwynn's 8th straight hit.
Looked as if Stocker moved right before that, too, with the runner going. I guess he was covering second, even though a lot of times Gwynn hits the ball the other way.
So he has tied Dave Winfield for the club record with 8 consecutive hits.
There it is. He just hits it the other way. As I mentioned, Stocker had moved right before that with the runner going, and he hit it right where the shortstop was.
Here's Billy Beane. He has popped up twice today and takes a called strike. Pitch is high. Gwynn has equaled another club record, a part of which he already shares, and that is reaching base 9 straight times because he was hit by a pitch once today, as you know. Bip Roberts also did that one time in a Padre uniform. 2 balls and a strike on Beane. Billy starting his first game in this series. He has come in defensively in each of the previous 2. Padres begin a road trip on Tuesday. They'll be in to New York, and a part of that trip brings them to Philadelphia next week. Here's a big high pop-up. Hollins coming on in and makes the catch right in front of the mound. So the inning is finally over. However, the Padres tack on 2 more. They do so on 4 hits, leaving 2 aboard, and it's 5-0 San Diego.
Bud Light over here, please.
You got it.
Hey, Philly, the Bud Light camera crew is all over town looking for Bud Light drinkers to star in some new TV commercials. Just look for them anywhere you pick up an ice-cold Bud Light. The spotlight's on you, Philly.
Hey, guys, it's your turn in the spotlight.
So, what's going on tonight, Harry?
Have a Bud Light. See for yourself.
Baseball is back. And you can play it anytime, any place. Introducing Doubleheader from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just scratch off 9 innings, beat the other team's score, and win up to $1,000 instantly. Best of all, you get 2 games for the price of 1. Doubleheader from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Welcome to the Mazda Exceptional Sales Event. Get exceptional deals on the Mazda 626 with loads of standard features. And an MSRP starting $1,500 less than a comparably equipped Camry DX. Lease a 626DX for $199 a month with just $750 down. But hurry, leases like this on 626 won't last long.
See your Mazda dealer today.
Mazda, it just feels right.
How they scored, it's been all San Diego. Kevin Stocker couldn't handle a pop-up hit by Plantier in the first inning. The ball dropped, who scored a double, and the Padres led 1-0. Then Plantier launched a long 400-foot home run in the third inning, and just last inning a 2-run single by Craig Shipley. 5-0 Padres.
So these Padre fans are happy here. They've had a little music between innings, and Kurt Schilling may be out of the ball game. We're not certain just yet, but Jeff Juden is up in the bullpen.
Yeah, and he's still throwing, which means he's going to come into the game, because they wouldn't use him. They would not make him keep throwing if he weren't going to come in.
Hollins leads it off. So far, Bennis has given up one hit. He has faced the minimum number of batters. Dykstra got a hit, but then got caught stealing. Hollins flied to center in his only at bat. Bennis makes the stop by a hard one hopper. Hollins is out. Had some shots to the mound in this series, haven't we?
Oh yeah, the one that Andy Ashby had hit at him the other night by Wes Chamberlain. That one could have caused some damage. It was lucky that Andy caught it.
Darren Dalton, he flied out to center field first time around. Dalton has been on base in every game this year except one that he played. And now he's been on base in 7 straight. We're talking about getting on either via a hit or a walk. One-on-one. Andy Bennis was the #1 pick in the draft back in 1988. Here's a shot to the gap in right center field. Extra bases for Dalton. Billy Beane runs it down. Dalton's got a stand-up double. Phillies' first extra base hit and only their second hit of the afternoon.
Well, they need to chip away at the Padres a little bit. They caught them the other night before losing in extra innings. Andy Bennis with a big lead, throwing a lot of fastballs, and Darren Dalton hits it in the gap for a double.
Now the hitter is Jim Eisenreich. Jim struck out his only time up today. Bennis, the league leader in strikeouts, has 4. Bennis has averaged 9.7 strikeouts per 9 innings this year. He's coming off a game where he struck out 10 and lost. Little check swing roller. Play made by Shipley, gets the out, and of course Dalton has to stay there because the ball is right in front of him. Eisenreich retired on half a swing. 2 outs. Milt Thompson comes up. Milt lined out to left field in his first at bat. Thompson's really been hitting the ball hard lately. He has hits in 7 of the last 8 ball games. During that time, hitting at .393. Foul. 1 ball, 1 strike on Thompson. Turned out to be a nice day here in San Diego. We had rain this morning and it was overcast at game time, but it's very nice now. Although it's a bit on the chilly side. San Diego on an afternoon game, 57 degrees today when the ball game started. Wow. Bennis rushed that one up there, didn't he?
Well, he throws hard. Thompson likes the high fastball. He will get a lot of hits on balls up in the strike zone. He tried to check on that one because he knew it was way too high to swing at.
Phillies not coming through with runners in scoring position in this series. 3 for 15. Bennis gets it over, and Thompson is strikeout victim number 5. In the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left, and the Padres lead 5-0.
You can project light in any direction, but unless it's focused, you can't see clearly. That's why Infinity employed special projector beam headlights for the J30 to safely focus light where you need it. The J also has dual airbags, ABS, and seatbelt pretensioners, but you're less likely to need them if you see the light.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
It started with an idea that has now won the prestigious Thomas Edison Patent Award, which annually recognizes major innovations in technology. The award was won by Exxon for a gasoline additive that removes deposits for a cleaner engine, reduces emissions for cleaner air, and improves performance. Next time you fill up, rely on the award-winning gasolines from Exxon.
For most people, a true luxury performance sedan always seems a bit out of reach. That's why Infiniti created the G20, so you could drive a world-class car while you're still young enough to enjoy it. Infiniti luxury and performance at a surprisingly affordable price. You only live once. It's time to get started.
Today's game is brought to you by Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic. A winning team, Dodge, the championship Phillies, and the award-winning lineup of new cars and trucks at your local Dodge dealer. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Phillies making some changes now. Jeff Juden comes on to do the pitching for the Phillies, and they're making a double switch to allow him to stay in the ball game. Longmire takes over in left field, and Juden on the hill. Juden's first appearance for the Phillies in relief. He has started 3 games. He is 1-2 for the Phils. 4.34 is his earned run average. Juden has been the number 5 starter for the Phillies, and his turn would come up Tuesday night, but that spot will be taken Tuesday by Tommy Green. Juden last worked Wednesday against the Giants at San Francisco, losing to Billy Swift. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, but only 3 of them earned.
Juden's done a good job in the starts that he's had this year. And as I mentioned before the game, they had him ready in case Schilling couldn't pitch. Schilling did pitch, but did struggle this afternoon, and they're probably a combination of things.
The inability to get Phil Plantier out has hurt Schilling today. It's hurt the Phillies all weekend long.
Yeah, that hit that Shipley got off him was huge to make it 5-0.
Plantier takes a strike. No balls, 2 strikes on Plantier, who has a windblown double and a 2-run home run. 65 pitches for Schilling today. Pop-up, middle of the infield. Stocker makes the play. Stocker wanted to make sure he got that one. Of course, it was that windblown double by Plantier that Stocker really struggled. And Schill obviously an unhappy guy right now.
Well, he tried. He went out there and then gave it what he had today, and as I mentioned earlier, it looked like he tried to wake everybody up in the first inning with that pitch to Gwynn, but was not to be.
Here's Phil Clark. He's 0 for 2. Curveball for a strike. Clark has flied to center, line to right.
So the last thing Schilling thought he would be on April 24th and not have a win yet.
That's tough when it's your ace, but you got to remember Andy Bennis is the Padre ace, and he hasn't won yet either.
Yeah, but the Phillies expect to win some more games with Schilling than the Padres with Bennis.
No, I was just pointing out how when the ace doesn't win, you know, it really puts you in the hole. He's the guy that you count on. 2 balls and a strike on Clark.
It's hard to believe this team had only won 3 games coming in here on Friday.
That's true. That's right.
Because they haven't done much wrong this weekend.
Drilled to left field. Longmire makes. No, it rolls away. It's in play. Clark safe at first, and they score it a hit. Wheels, does that ball always find the new man?
Yeah, didn't take long, did it?
No.
There's Tony Longmire. He had the ball in his glove, and then when he hit the ground, it kicked it out. They would have called that a catch, it would appear, because he did have it off the turf originally.
Hit number 9 for San Diego. Clark's first. Here's Keith Lockhart. He is 1 for 2. Strike.
Bob Davidson has a very liberal strike zone today. He is more of a pitcher's umpire. He will expand the plate. So the pitchers, the hitters have to be aware, as Thompson got called out on that pitch last inning, that is outside for some umpires, not for Davidson.
There's a strike.
If you set up out there, Darren Dalton, where he sets up away, and you hit the glove, and it's a little bit off the plate, you're going to get some strikes from this umpire. He works over that inside shoulder.
0-2 pitch.
That was too far outside. Even Pulley's not going to call that one.
Are you sure?
Depends. Just kidding, Frank.
Fred. He's Fred Astaire of the umpires. Didn't we read that in USA Today this week? What a nice block by Dalton.
Yeah, that was a good story on the umpires, and they called Frank, the American League umpire Rocky Rowe called him the Fred Astaire of umpires because he dances behind home plate.
Saw a lot of Frank in spring training. He makes his home near Clearwater, so he worked a lot of the Phillies spring games.
Well, there are people in baseball say the strike zone is just too small nowadays. So there are certain umpires that open it up.
Ground ball, base hit by Lockhart, his second. Clark stops at second base. So the Padres have 2 on with 1 out. And that's the Padres' 10th hit of the afternoon. Here's Luis Lopez. The Phillies have not found a way to get him out. He's 2 for 2 today, and Lopez is 6 for 8 this series. Conversation between Juden and Dalton before they work on Lopez.
Runner on second base, have to make sure the signs are correct.
Lopez is a switch hitter, obviously up there batting left-handed against the right-handed pitches of Juden.
Guy hits 204 in the Coast League. You ought to be able to pitch to him a little bit better than this. But they have not had much luck with him this weekend.
Surprising about things like that. We heard the opponents say the same thing about Stocker when he came up last year for the Phillies.
Holds his hands very low.
Wow, wants to join the home run parade, huh?
Well, he's seen the way they leap out of this place. He figures I can hit one up here.
0-2 on Louis. They said he probably would have made the club out of spring training, except he had an injury at the end of spring training, and that's why they started him in the minor leagues. Filling in for Bip Roberts, who has a swollen right hand. Chased it. And Juden gets a strikeout. Second out of the inning.
Lopez, of course, not able to run there with first base occupied and less than 2 outs, but the base runners were on their own and could have advanced, but they did not feel they could because Dalton got after that quickly.
Padre catcher Brad Ausmus, he is nothing out of 2 today. Hit into a ground ball, force out, and he hit one to the track in right. Check swing, ground ball, almost stayed fair. Just went foul at the last moment. Looked like it was going to be foul all the way, and then it just kind of hugged that line. Breaking ball got away from Juden a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike on Ausmus. Padres have scored in 3 of the 4 at-bats they've had prior to this inning. Phillies want to hold them down here and, as Wheel says, start to chip away. Did he chase? No, he didn't swing. Appeal made to the first base umpire, Bill Hahn, who says he didn't swing. 3-1.
Jude making it tough as you look at Bill Hahn there on Darren Dalton with these breaking balls in the dirt. Dalton doing a really good job of blocking them and controlling them by keeping them in front of him. See right here, he's not even going to try and catch this ball. You just try to block it and keep it out in front of you and try and prevent the base runners from moving up.
Runners go. 3-1 pitch hit into center field, and scoring on the play is Clark. Lockhart goes to third on an RBI single by Ausmus. 6-0 Padres.
Phillies really are getting almost embarrassed by these guys right now. They're just having a series this weekend that you just couldn't see coming. Out over the plate and back through the middle by Ausmus. The Padres are very much of a struggling team, and this weekend they've done nothing but have fun, and the Phillies are not having much fun.
That look tells it all. Here's pitcher Andy Bennis, 0 for 1 plus a sacrifice, swing and a miss. Well, we're in halfway through the 3rd game in this series, and the Padres have amassed 45 hits so far. Bennis takes inside. 1-1. First game in relief for Jeff Juden. He'd made 3 starts prior to this. Phillies have 2 off days next week, so you might see some other starters used in relief as well. One and 2 on the pitcher Bennis.
Here he goes again.
Wants to bunt. Now he just shows it this time and hits the ball. It deflects over to first, and there's an out.
Nailed Juden.
Wow. 1-4-3 on the play to end the inning. Padres pick up a run. 3 hits, 2 left, and it's 6-0 San Diego.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see that the land is pure, untamed and free. There's no place that I'd rather be. So come on along and head for the mountains of Bush Beer. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush Beer.
The brake pads may be replaced. The leather may be conditioned. The belts may be changed. In fact, every pre-owned Lexus LS will be nitpicked, scrutinized, and pored over in as many as 100 quality and maintenance checks before it can ever be certified and backed by a special limited warranty. You could say we do the once over more than once. Lexus certified pre-owned cars only at your participating New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Never miss a meeting.
What would you do?
Mom's at home. Pager.
What about you?
All right, you got the pager number, right?
We're going out.
Cool, this works.
What would you do? You could go anywhere, do anything, and still keep in touch with the people you want to keep in touch with. So what are you waiting for? Get the pager. It's affordable, it's portable from Motorola.
The Phillies 94 media guide is available for all those facts, figures, and bios you'd like to have about the ball club. This publication is a must for any real baseball fan. It's on sale for $8 plus $2 mail and handling. You can purchase it by phone. Call 463-1000 or by mail to the Phillies publications at Post Office Box 7575, Philadelphia 19101. Or purchase one while you're at a Phillies game at either one of the 2 Phillies newsstands. Well, the Padres have a 6-0 start in this one. And the Phillies come up here in the 6th inning. Let's take a look at this play. Juden was given an assist on this play. Did it get him, Wheels?
It had to. I mean, it changed direction. Maybe it hit his glove.
Looked to me like it might have hit the umpire.
Oh, it hits the dirt. It was right near his foot.
Oh.
And that's what slowed up. I mean, something had to change direction.
Something changed it drastically. You're right.
Because Bennis hit that ball really hard, and it was going to go through the middle. So if it hit any part of his body, it hit his heel a little bit. So I couldn't imagine that he hadn't grabbed anything. Right there. Might have just touched his heel, if it touched anything. But it was the mound more than anything that changed the direction.
Kevin Stocker leads off the inning for the Phillies. Stock struck out his only time up today. Tony Longmire bats in the 9 spot. And then the top of the order in Dykstra. 2 hits for the Phillies so far off Bennis. Single by Dykstra, double by Dalton. He hasn't walked anybody. Has not pitched behind the hitters much. One-on-one on Stocker. Stocker has hits in each of the 2 previous games in the series. Bouncer on the right side, softly hit. And Bennis gets over to cover and takes Clark's throw. Stocker is retired, 1 down.
I'll tell you, for a catcher, he's pretty good first baseman. Clark has done a very good job in this series on any kind of play. 3-6-1 double play the other night. Some hard ground balls. This one's a little bit of a short hop. Gives him a nice feed. Phil Clark has distinguished himself. They had a young player named Staten playing down there who's been struggling, so they got him out of there for a while.
Longmire batting for the first time. Came in under the double switch when Juden entered the ball game. Tony hitting at .083, 1 hit in 12 at bats. Longmire, 25 years of age. He is a Californian from Viejo. Takes a big swing. Longmire earned his job on the Phillies with a .308 batting average in spring training. And he tied Pete Incaviglia for the homer lead in the RBI lead with 4 homers and 17 RBIs.
Kind of a problem for Longmire now. He's out of options, so they don't want to risk sending him out because they might lose him. But yet he's not going to get a chance to play very much, and it's really hard for a young player like him to get any hits when he doesn't play. Tough for him to pinch hit.
I'm sure that's one of the reasons why Jimmy stuck him in this ball game. He could not check the swing there, and that's a strikeout, number 6 for Bennis.
He hits a fastball real well. He has trouble with breaking stuff, and when he's not playing, Bennis eats him up here with sliders.
2 outs. Lenny Dykstra bats. Lenny with one of the 2 Phillies hits, a single. Lenny got caught stealing today. First time he's been caught all year. In his career, Lenny with 5 hits and 32 at bats off Bennis. Up the middle, base hit. Dykstra's got another single. A 2-out single for Lenny, the Phillies' 3rd hit.
Phillies have already been shut out twice this year, and they don't want to lose this game. They don't want to get shut out, and certainly not swept in this ballpark.
We are in the 6th inning, and they're trying to avoid all those things. Here's Duncan. Mariano has flied to the track and right and struck out. The other 2 shutouts came within a span of 4 days. In for a strike. Jerry Coleman, the Padre broadcaster, was saying the Padres did not even win back-to-back games in spring training. So when they say it's the first time of the year that they have won back-to-back ball games, they really mean it.
That's why I say this series is a little bit embarrassing right now, the way it's been going.
Duncan fool on a breaking ball.
It's a funny game. You never know when somebody's going to run up and get you.
That's true, and the Phillies will have a chance to answer back. The Padres are headed for Philadelphia at the start of May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for 3 night games. Still 1-2 on Duncan. Andy Bennis has helped himself by not issuing any walks, keeping his fielders on their toes by working quickly. Caught by a leaping Lockhart at third base. Duncan lines out to end the inning. Phillies no runs, 1 hit, they leave 1. And we go to the bottom half of the 6th. 6-0 San Diego.
It's back. It's better. It's the 3rd annual Great American Ford Sales Event at your Quality Plus Ford dealer with a great deal on America's #1 truck. Drive an F-150 for just $229 per month, the lowest payment of the year. Now with a driver's side airbag standard. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer and test drive the all-new Windstar and receive 12 movie rentals from Blockbuster Video. The 3rd annual Great American Ford Sales Event is just about over. Hurry, see your Quality Plus Ford dealer and save.
Where are they going?
Shopping.
9 out of 10 use it. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages.
Toyota Corolla, $12,098. Honda Civic, $11,750. Ford Escort, $10,550. Mazda Protege, $89.95. Just $89.95, and you get a better basic warranty, plus lots of other good things. So if you're in the mood for a great value, here it is. But hurry, the supply is limited. Don't let yours get away. See your Mazda dealer now for the $89.95 Mazda Protege. Mazda, it just feels right.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Bud Light. Day in and day out, at home or on the road, you can count on the great taste of Bud Light. It won't fill you up, never let you down, so make it a Bud Light. Nissan, we build more into every car and truck we make. Nissan, it's time to expect more from a car. And by the AT&T Business Advantage, let it work for you. Shipley hits one to shortstop. Stocker is there. Safe. Shipley beats it out for an infield single. Padres get their 12th hit of the ball game. Shipley's second.
Stocker had just a slight hesitation. I think you could see it as he started to throw that ball. And that's all it took. Shipley really busted out of that batter's box and beat the play. He ran hard on a ground ball like that.
Right. That gives Tony Gwynn an even bigger hole to shoot for should he try to pull something here. He's going for a club record. He has 8 straight hits. He shares the record now with Dave Winfield, who was once his teammate. And should he get a hit right here, he'd have a new club record.
It would be appropriate for this guy to have a club record for hits.
He's got about every other kind of record they have. He's been on base 9 times in a row because he was hit by a pitch today, so he's 3 for 3 as far as getting on base in this game. He scored twice. He is a .340 lifetime hitter against Phil's pitching. Padres lead 6-0 in the 6th. When you're talking about consecutive hits, walks, of course, don't count. Hit by pitches do not count. Fouled it away.
Just looking to see if there isn't any team he isn't career 300 hitter against. St. Louis, 298 coming into the season. Now, Florida doesn't count. That's 242 after just 1 year. But that's the only team.
That's amazing. That's consistency.
And he's right there with a 298.
Hard hit, but it goes down to Duncan. Duncan makes the tag, throw to first, gets a double play. The streak comes to a close. And down at second base is Shipley.
Shipley made an awkward move trying to get away from Duncan's tag. And they have shortstop problems right now anyway, because Gutierrez is out with a hamstring problem. Shipley's been doing a good job for Riggleman, who comes out to take a look at his player.
Shipley limping noticeably. Look at him.
That's what I mean. He made that awkward move to try and avoid the tag, and he possibly turned an ankle. See right here, Duncan, you think he would go to short here, but he decides he's going to go for the tag. See how he makes that funny move and then spins and either hurt an ankle or a knee, it would appear. Take a look at it again. Just trying to get out of the way, and right here is where he lands kind of funny.
Billy Beane will be the hitter. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Billy Beane is the only Padre in this ball game, aside from the pitcher who hasn't been on base.
Derek Bell getting a day off today. He hurt the Phillies throughout this series.
You know, if they realign their infield, heaven forbid, they might have to put Bell back at third. Remember that experiment last year? They had him at third base, and he was horrible.
Yeah, he couldn't play there.
1-1 on Beane.
There's Derek Bell, former Blue Jay. Derek's doing a lot of chirping, having some fun out there. I don't think he expects to come in the game.
Little low, 3 balls and a strike. There has not been a base on balls in this game today. Count full now on Beane. Beane's a good outfielder, and the Padres have brought him into each of the previous games late in the ball game when they had a lead. Ground ball hit to first. It's a foul ball. Juden came in the ball game in the 5th inning. Got him. Juden picks up his second strikeout, and the Padres are retired. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Harry Callis and Rich Ashburn return in the 7th inning. It's 6-0 San Diego.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on.
Lean on number 1, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me. And there's no place that I'd rather be. Come on along and head for the mountains of Bush Beer. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth, and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush Beer.
The Lexus LS custom-tailored lease. The fact that the LS holds its value so well is one reason why you can now lease it for less than you could in 1989. This lease is so inspiring, so uplifting, so profound. Our lawyers were moved to write this heroic epic commemorating it. The Lexus LS, only $569 a month. Lease one today at your New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
Come out for the fun of it, son of it. A Good Time Business Person Special, compliments of Mellon PSFS, Wednesday, May 18th at 1:05 when the Phillies maul Montreal. Treat yourself to midday, mid-May baseball. Call 463-1000.
After 6 innings of play, it's San Diego 6 and the Phils nothing. Tonight at 7, Reno pursues a con man and his 6-year-old daughter on Renegade, only on PHL 17. Craig Shipley taken out of the ball game after being injured on a double play. Bip Roberts now playing second for San Diego, and Luis Lopez moves from second to shortstop. Bip will bat in the number 1 spot. We're in the 7th, 6-0 San Diego. Andy Bennis working on a 3-hit shutout. Ground ball is short, and Lopez has that one. Throws out Ricky Jordan. One down. That'll bring on Dave Hollins as David West gets up in the Phillies bullpen.
Number 15.
Hollins is flying to center, and he is grounded back to the mound. On the outside corner for a called strike. Just missed inside, 1-1. Two balls and 1 strike to Hollins. Foul tip. It's 2-2. Phils have a double from Darren Dalton, 2 singles from Lenny Dykstra. That's been it off Bennis.
The wrong teams put the wrong uniforms on here in this series.
Pitch is low to Hollins. It's a full count. Well, the Padres had only won 3 when the Phillies came in. They're about to sweep the Phils here. That is the first walk given up by Bennis this afternoon. And the batter will be Darren Dalton, who has flied to center and doubled. 11,403 the paid attendance. Not a big crowd here at San Diego. They haven't been drawing very well. They had a giveaway night last night, and they had over 35,000. But today, even with the Padres having won the first 2 games of this series, just over 11. Dave Hollins at first base with 1 out. Low with it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Low again. It's 2-1. Breaking ball misses. 3 balls and 1 strike to Darren Dalton. Brad Ausmus out to talk to Andy Bennis.
Don't think he wants to throw that fastball to Dalton, but I think he has to now.
Low with it. He walked him. Back-to-back walks to Hollins and Dalton, and the Phillies have 2 men on base with 1 out. Sonny Siebert, the pitching coach, is going to come out and talk to Bennis. The batter will be Jim Eisenreich.
Phillies need a big inning. They get back in the game. Have 3 innings of play left here.
Jim Eisenreich will be the batter. He is struck out and grounded out. John Kruk moves into the on-deck circle. If Eisenreich reaches, Kruk would bat for pitcher Jeff Juden. One strike to Eisenreich.
He was trying to get 3 of them back with that swing. He had a good cut at a fastball. Phillies haven't had many base runners. They've only stranded 2.
Popped him up on the left side of the infield. And Lopez makes the catch for out number 2, and that'll bring up John Kruk to bat for Jeff Juden. So Kruk hitting for Jeff Juden. Lifetime, he's a .370 hitter against Andy Bennis. Two men on base with 2 outs. Low and away, 1 ball and no strikes to Kruk. Breaking ball for a strike. One and one. Pops the foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Here's the line on 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run earned, 2 strikes.
Another pop foul out of play. Holds a 1 and 2 to John Kruk. Kruk's batting .314. As a pinch hitter, he has not been a bat officially. He has walked once. Two and 2. Well hit to deep right center field. This ball is going to roll all the way back to the fence. 2 runs will score. A 2-run pinch double by the Krucker. And it's now a 6-2 ball game.
Kruk hit a slider. I mean, he hit it. Split that gap in right center. So the 2 walks have hurt Bennis.
John Kruk at second base with 2 outs for Kevin Stocker. He is struck out and grounded out. One strike to Stocker. Ball into left field. Backtracking is Plantier. Makes the catch at the warning track. And that'll retire the Phils in the 7th. 2 runs in the inning on 1 hit. The pinch double by Kruk. No errors and 1 left. Stretch time. We go to the bottom of the 7th at Jack Murphy. It's 6-2 San Diego.
Bundy has a solemn confession to make.
A pretty girl has come into the store every day this week and flirted with me.
And what's strange is...
I think she likes me.
Will the family fall apart?
I brought you some muffins.
And then Peg gets the juicy details.
Did you find anything?
Just tickled her feet and ate her muffins and she left.
On the next Married with Children.
Tomorrow at 6:30 on PHL 17.
The Lexus LS custom-tailored lease. The fact that the LS holds its value so well is one reason why you can now lease it for less than you could in 1989. This lease is so inspiring, so uplifting, so profound. Our lawyers were moved to write this heroic epic commemorating it. The Lexus LS, only $569 a month. Lease one today at your New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
At National Car Rental, everything we do is aimed at one single goal, to keep you moving. So choose National, because green means go.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil with a Blue Cross Blue Shield health tip. A tip on what is the best protection against injury caused by auto accidents. Safety belts are your best protection. That's because seat belts distribute the force of impact during a collision over the entire body. Buckle up.
Here's the Chevrolet game summary. Tony Gwynn, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, tied the Padre record of 8 consecutive hits held by Dave Winfield. Andy Bennis has pitched 7 innings, allowed 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, a couple of walks. The Padres have really hit the ball. They've hit in every inning. They lead 6-2.
David West is the Phillies' new pitcher here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. West appearing in his 8th game. No wins, 2 losses, a 5.87 ERA. 7 2/3 innings. He's worked 8 hits, 5 runs earned, 7 strikeouts, 7 walks. Bill Plantier beat him a ball game here on Friday night with a home run. Plantier has doubled, hit a 2-run homer and popped up. He's knocked in 3 of the Padres' 6 runs. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Plantier.
He doesn't get involved in many half swings. He really lets the bat fly. Big uppercut.
Appeal going to Jim Quick, who says no swing. It's a full count. West on for Jeff Juden. Juden going 2 innings, charged with a run on 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. 3-2 to Phil Plantier. Milwaukee. So Plantier is the leadoff base runner. It'll bring up Phil Clark. Clark is flied out, line to deep right, and single.
First baseman, Phil Clark.
Clark, an original first-round pick by the Detroit Tigers in '86. Hit .407 in 54 at bats for Detroit in 1992. And the Tigers did not protect him, claimed on waivers in San Diego. Good man to have around, the 25-year-old. He's a backup catcher. Plays outfield, first base. 2 balls and no strikes. Giants have gone ahead of the Mets 3-2 at Candlestick. West has labored with his control since the opening of the season. At spring training, he had good control. But he has walked 8 so far this year. In the 7 2/3 innings of pitching. Three balls and 1 strike to Phil Clark. He fouls it back. Plantier will come back to first base. It's a full count to Phil Clark. (6-2) Padres lead. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Plantier will be held at third. Going into second with a double is Phil Clark. And the Padres have runners at second and third with nobody out for Keith Lockhart.
They got jammed on this pitch.
Number 2.
Hit it about on the trademark. 3-2 curveball. It's inside the bag.
Phillies now bring the infield in with the runners at second and third and nobody out. Lockhart fouls it out of play. He's 2 for 3 this afternoon. Padres have picked up 13 hits today. Phillies just 4. With it, it's 1-1. He popped him up. Dave Hollins in foul ground. Puts it away. That's 1 down. That will bring on Luis Lopez. Lopez, a switch hero, bat right here against West. He's 2 out of 3. He's twice singled and struck out.
they'd squeeze here.
Popped him up into shallow left. Stocker drifts out, makes the catch. That's 2 down. Now the infield can drop back, and the batter will be Brad Ausmus. Ausmus is hit into a fielder's choice, fly to deep right, and single to drive in a run.
Pitcher's coming up next, but you really don't dare walk him.
That's what they're going to do.
Well, I guess you do dare.
Going to put Ausmus on.
The risk, of course, being another walk because of West can get wild.
So Ausmus will get the intentional walk. This will load the bases with Padres for Andy Benes. Benes hit the ball hard his last time up. A shot off the leg of pitcher Jeff Juden had carried him to Duncan, and he was thrown out. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs, and here's Andy Benes.
Number 40, Andy Benes.
Takes it high for a ball, 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Andy Benes with the bases loaded and 2 down. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to Benes. Tries to bunt for a base hit. They'll let it roll foul.
Had the right idea. And Holland's back, laid down a nice soft bunt, but it trickled foul. Would have been no play, that's for sure.
No. But a foul ball, and it's 1-2 to Andy Benes. Padres have them loaded with 2 outs here in the 7th inning.
Tried to bunt once today for a base hit with 2 strikes on him. He did bunt the sacrifice bunt with 2 strikes on him.
A little bit wide. It's 2-2. Struck him out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Padres leading loaded. We go to the 8th inning at 6-2 San Diego.
Cowboy, still a modern-day hero, standing up for what's right as he rides across this land. He still earns every dollar to pass through his hands. So here's to the cowboy as he heads for the mountains. No place he'd rather be than right here. So come on along and head for the mountains of Bush.
There's no one else on the field like him. I hear he's a big milk drinker. I can tell. That energy, that strength, that body. Forget it, girls. He's taken.
Milk, whole, low fat or non-fat. It does a body good.
If you're looking to buy an Accord, Altima, or Camry, don't do it. Check out the all-new 95 Hyundai Sonata first. Sonata with standard dual airbags costs $3,400 less than Camry. But only Sonata's got more passenger room, air conditioning, and an AM/FM stereo cassette standard. And right now, you can lease one for just $199 a month. So if you want more car for less money, Sonata is the car to drive. Test drive the all-new Sonata with dual airbags at your nearest Hyundai dealer today.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by your Quality Plus Ford dealer, who invites you to test drive the brand new 1994 Mustang convertibles. By 1994 Fleer Ultra Baseball, better than ever. And by the Yellow Pages, 9 out of 10 people use the genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. Tony Longmire leads it off for the Phillies here in the 8th. Padres lead 6-2. Longmire has struck out in his only plate appearance. Came in as a part of a double switch. Longmire 1 for 9 so far this season. One strike to him. Two quick strikes to Longmire. Fouls it off at home plate. Doug Jones is starting to throw in the Phillies bullpen. Probably come in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Two. Fly ball into center field. Billy Bean fighting the sun, brings it to his knees, but he makes the catch. One down. That'll bring up Lenny Dykstra, who is 2 out of 3. Ball and no strikes. Boy, that one through there. 1-1. Outside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Padres now are getting some bullpen activity. Gene Harris gets up.
See the catcher Osmus, he sets up outside the plate because they've been getting some of those calls. Both teams have been getting them, really. Both pitchers on both teams.
Two and 2 to Lenny Dykstra. Another hit for the dude, his 3rd. So Dykstra is a 1-out base runner. He's had 3 hits in a row, and the batter will be Mariano Duncan.
Good to see Lenny stroking the ball a little bit today. That first time in a long time he's had 3 hits in a game.
Duncan has fly to deep right. He is struck out near the humpback line drive out to third base. Ground ball tapped foul, third base side. And 2 strikes to Mariano Duncan. Fouls off another one. Mark Davis has joined Gene Harris in the Padre bullpen. Ball up the middle, juggled by Lopez, and it's safe all around. It'll be an error on Luis Lopez. So the Phillies with 2 men on base and 1 out.
That was a double play ball. Perfect double play ball. Incidentally, that's the first time all year when he's had 3 hits in a game. He's had 2 a few times. Had a lot of walks.
Brings up Ricky Jordan. He has struck out and twice grounded out. One strike to Jordan. Deep right center field. This ball is off the fence. Here comes Dykstra around to score. Duncan to third. Ricky Jordan an RBI double, and it's a 6-3 ball game.
I think Duncan had to hold up because Dykstra held up. Tony Gwynn almost caught that ball. And he's gloving the wrong spot, or he might have.
Jim Riggleman is going to come out now. This looks like it's going to be it for Randy Bennis. Calling in the right-hander, Gene Harris. Bennis gets a round of applause as he leaves. Pitching change for the Padres. We're in the 8th, 6-3 San Diego. Back after these messages.
Two hours from here, the sailing's outrageous. The cycling is glorious. The rhythm contagious. There's cricket to cheer. Mopeds to hop on. And when you're exhausted, a pink beach to plop on. Bermuda, a short trip to the perfect holiday.
If you've got a group of 25 or more, we'll give you a great time at a Phillies game. For all the details about a special package for your group at a Phillies game, call 463-5000.
We're in the 8th inning at 6-3 San Diego. Travel arranged through U.S. Air, offering daily nonstop service between Philadelphia and Mexico City. Nonstop to Mexico City. U.S. Air begins with you. Gene Harris is the new pitcher. Appearing in his 8th game, 1 win, no losses, no saves, a 9.0 ERA. In 8 innings, he's given up 15 hits and 8 runs, struck out 5, walked 3. Dave Hollins, first one to face him, takes a strike. Hollins is fly to center, grounded back to the mound, walked and scored a run.
Not a strike. Both those pitches have been in the same spot. They've both been pretty well outside. They aren't really that close.
He'll probably stay out there if he's going to get that
sure,
call.
He'll set up out there. There he goes. Oh, he's inside.
Down and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. They'll go back out now. Setting up outside, missed outside. Fans, of course, wanting to call that.
He catches that ball, Osmus, right? Almost in the middle of his body. That's why I think that fools the fans.
Way outside, it's a full count. So now you can't flirt too much with the outside corner. 3-2 to Dave Hollins. Still 3-2.
Hollins was on that pitch. Up a little bit, outside, a little closer to the plate.
Right-hander is Trevor Hoffman. Mark Davis still also loosening up in the bullpen. Center field, falling fast. It drops for a base hit. 2 runs will score, and it's now a 6-5 game. The Phillies are within a run. Looping single to right center for Dave Hollins.
Hollins didn't get much of it, but enough. Riggleman is coming out again for Mark Davis to pitch to Dalton.
Well, this will be it for Harris, who faces 1 batter. And Mark Davis will be called in. Pitching change for the Padres at 6-5 San Diego. We're in the 8th. Back after these messages.
Are your friends car guys? Car guys talk horsepower. They talk acceleration. They talk big fat tires. Now why not invite your pals over and give them something to really talk about? Introducing the 4-wheel drive Passport from Honda.
Gentlemen, our attempts to stop the Energizer Bunny have failed. We've got to get his battery. And to do it, we need somebody big.
Big. Big.
Ah! It's the end of the road, Mr. Energizer Bunny.
Mark Davis is the new Padres pitcher. This will be his 10th game. No wins, 1 loss, no saves, a 13.50 ERA.